And on set now, I'm joined by alumni. They are all from Kenya High School, and tomorrow I'm sure you'll be having an event. Today? Later in the day?
No.
Now?
After this.
Immediately you live here?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Good morning. But allow me to introduce my guests. To my immediate right is, first of all, there is Betty Adera. She is health specialist. We have Christine Rose Adera. She is the chair of the Kenya High School Alumni Society. And Louise Nyamu-Steinbeck. She is political scientist and lecturer at one of our universities. And we have Joyce Gatambia. She is the executive officer Aga Khan Foundation. Ladies, all ladies, good morning.
Good morning.
And thank you for coming. Of course, in any given situation, giving back to where you did study or to the larger scale to the society is an important exercise. It gives light to those who are there where you were before. So how important is it? Why did you consider it so important for you to come together? I'm sure you're from different, special studies or backgrounds. We have a lecturer, we have health specialists, we have political scientists, and we here have also leader of Foundation Aga Khan, which is one of the biggest health institutions in East and Central Africa. So what idea brought you together, and how important is it going forward that you give back to your school and also the society at large? Betty, I'll start with you.
Thank you, Ayub. And first of all, a happy Madaraka Day to all our fellow Kenyans. See, today is an important day for us as women now in various fields of career, going back to the school that made us who we are today, and walk with the girls who are walking the shoes, the paths that we passed ourselves, to help them look through some of the things they need to look through, and right now, more importantly, as they think about their future careers, to be us when their time comes. So what takes us back is we recognize the fact that young people, and especially young girls, all over the country today, need a package of service to make them functional in their adult lives to come. First of all is education. They need an education, and they're getting one by the fact that they are in school. But more importantly, they need mentorship. They need their confidence to be built. They need someone to hold their hands and transect their moral compasses, because education alone is not enough to get them to where they want to be, but they also need to be helped, need to be supported, need to be mentored, to get the right kind of grounding from a value-based perspective, to be the best of who they want to be. Now, today we celebrate the Career Day with them immediately after this, and we do that because we recognize that they're young, they're in adolescence, they probably have got no idea what some of the careers that they wish to be, really, what it takes to get there. So we are going back. We're just representing a very large team of us going back, to sit with them in various segments of various careers and just tell them, you want to be a doctor? This is what it takes to get there. You want to be a businessman person? You want to be in political science? You want to be in public health, in whatever space? This is what it's going to take you, to get there. And we are going to speak about the journeys that we have had. So we think that even today, that is Madaraka Day, what a better way of celebrating that day, coming together to go back to our own roots.
To talk back to them so that you give them that high moral ground for them to upscale themselves. Joyce, I'll come to you. The most important aspect of alumni is coming together, despite having different ways at the university or probably after graduating from high school, is that it's conducted out of office. There's nothing formal in it, and it's dynamic, it's important. So how do you consider it so significant in the sense that it's going to uplift the lives of these young girls, speaking to them about the hereafter after high school, how life is after high school in terms of ensuring they take the good career path and ending up in good universities and being better members of the society?
Perhaps for me, it comes from personal experience. When I was in high school, which feels like a million years ago, at least when I talk about it with my children, nobody could convince me that school was fun. Everything was just against me. The stars were not aligned to me. The teachers are harsh. The subjects are hard. Why do we have to do this? And all those things. But now looking back, so many years back, I'm glad I went through that. And when I go back to my alumni, to my alma mater, is to tell the girls that it might not look so glossy now, but this is what you need for the future. And during our days, it was the hard careers, if I can call them that. You have to be a doctor, you have to be an engineer. Sometimes I felt like I basically went through school for my parents because they wanted to be a doctor through me. But I think careers have changed over years, and the landscape is different. I mean, social media or operating social media is a career, you know, nowadays, and we can debate about that, you know, a whole day. So it's basically just to tell the girls, it's not as bad as it looks ahead. In years to come, you'll look back and you'll say, I'm glad I went through high school. I'm glad I went through Boma. That's the nickname for our school. I'm still not sure where it came from. Maybe Christine can tell us because she was there way ahead of us. But to appreciate what they have to go through now, because this is the future being built now. And you don't feel the impact of it until 5, 10, you know, 20 years later, or as long as we've been out of school.
Louise, I'll come to you. There's the general sense of, you know, students, both of the gender, the different gender, male and female, but your emphasis is on Kenya High School, of course. You know, life in high school comes with a lot of peer pressure, a lot of peer influence. You have these groupings, you have this pressure, unaware of the world outside in terms of, you know, being good members of the society. So how do you go to them, speak to them about these issues as being part of real life, as being the challenges that we normally face, so that you can make them people who view life through a different lens, from different perspective, and despite not having academic qualifications to attain what they want in life, that they are still useful members of the society?
Well, let me start by saying someone like Betty has been doing a lot of that kind of work, sensitizing the girls on peer pressure. We also had peer pressure when we were in school. But today, because of the digital revolution, it's worse, it's harder for the girls, it's harder even for the boys. It's not just the girls. But what we do as old girls is, even within our mentorship programs, and many of us do mentorship professionally or on the side, is we try to alert the girls to this kind of dangers and trappings that come along their way. For me, the most important thing on this day is that we try to guide the girls to choose careers which are going to be marketable in the future. Not to choose careers that are not going to keep them in a job for 20 or 30 years. To be able to choose things that will adapt to the different markets that are coming up now. There will be some jobs that will not be in existence in 20 years. What do you do about that? Some people say doctors will not even be existing in 20 years. Who knows? That's one point. The second point is we want to attract the girls to other kinds of jobs. Not the typical, as Joyce said, you know, many of our parents wanted us to be doctors through them, or engineers, or lawyers, or something like that, is to show them that there are other career paths that they can choose. If you're passionate about sculpturing, about handiwork, why not go into that? If you're passionate about the spoken word, if you're passionate about poetry, if you're passionate about drama, if you're passionate about hairstyling and design, why not? These are options that we want to give them today. We have 17 different professional clusters on our program today, with different professionals in each of those fields, up to 15 professionals in each of these professional clusters. We have not only gotten them from the Kenya High School alumni, but also from other schools who are helping us. We have some people formerly from Nairobi School, from Alliance Girls High School. We have quite a number of other people, even those who just want to give, who are philanthropic in their lifestyle. Very important is also that this year, the class of 1991, we three are from the class of 1991. I think we were in Form 1 when you were leaving. When you were in Form 6, I think.
Yes, that's right.
But this year, we organized it last year, but this year we're fortunate enough to have the Kenya High School Alumni Society, who were able to plug in and bring in so much more from their own networks to help us. And so this year is even bigger than what we had last year. So I'm very grateful to the Secretary of the Society, Hope Odera, and also to Ms. Christine Odera for being with us and for bringing us this far. We are so, so happy. Thank you very much.